Today we reading Spider-Man Noir. Spider-Man Noir, the comic book. I'm at second page. First page. Spider-Man Noir. Take it easy, fellers. It's him. It's the Spider-Man. He shot Jameson. Take easy, fellers. This is not what it looks like. Drop the gun. Watch out for his hand. I heard the guy can. Twip. Ack. Stop right here, you freak. Did you get him? Dunno. I think maybe I clipped him. Looks like Jameson was right about to screwball. Yeah, I bet. That made his day. 3 weeks ago, that all it was. Winter was setting in hard down below Riverside Drive. Squatters and put up a shanty long town along the Hudson from 72nd Street to 110th Street. I want broken men and hopeless women. I want snot-nosed kids in rags. I want to see the hunger in their eyes. I want the pictures that's making them weep. You from the papers, pal. What rag you representing? The Bugle? You mind if I take your picture? Sure, the Bugle is a good paper. I've got the front page right here. Sports page is in my shoes. And I saved the financial section to wipe out my keister. What's going on there? That's my May Parker rousing the comrades. Let the ruling classes tremble. The proletarians have nothing to lose but their chains, too. We're reading Spider-Man Noir, the comic book. May Parker ID heard of her, but this was the first time I seen her in the flesh. She was quite a woman. 3 years ago, Hoover was telling you your jobs were secure for life. Since then, more of 13 million of you are out of work. We've seen the army on the streets using tanks and tear gas against citizens whose only crime is their poverty. Now we've got a Mr. Franklin D. Roosevelt waiting to step over the Hoover shoes. But you think there is going to be any real change? Republicans, Democrats, the only thing they're debating is the most efficient way to turn your sweat and blood into a profit. Get down off your soapbox, Grandma. The enforcers, Ox, Fancy Dan, and Montana, the Goblin Muscle. You don't like the way we do things in America? And should get on a boat and go join your comrades in Russia. Young man, that's last time I looked. The Constitution of the country protected my right to freedom of speech. Pull down off there, you lay your one finger on my aunt and it's past your bedtime, kid. Woof. Look at that. Can't hardly keep his eyes open. Leave that boy. Whoa, there, doggy. Take a nap, sonny. Get this thing off me. You just hold your water, Grandma. Say cheese, fellas. What you know? Ben Urich poking his snout in the muck as usual. Do you boys want to see your mug all over the Bugle tomorrow? Or are you going to back off and let these people go about their business? How about if I smash your damn camera? And then how about I break your fingers? One at a time. How you gonna write this up then, smart guy? Back off, Ox. You know he's off limits. Careful, Urich. You're pushing your luck. Peter, are you alright, son? It's okay, I'm fine. Thank you. That was very kind of you, Mr. Urich. You're welcome, ma'am. Look, I have my car down the way there. Can I give you two a ride home? When we gonna give that sap what's coming him? Soon enough, Ox. Soon enough. So this is the hotbed of the revolution. We are what we say, a welfare center. We give the homeless a hot meal and a place to come out of the cold. Seems that a little too much socialism for some people. See those screens? We put them up after my uncle was killed by the Goblins mob. Heard about that. I'm sorry for your loss. Peter, we don't know that it was the Goblins people that killed your Uncle Ben. I know. Damn it. Why do gangsters come after us? It's a system we're attacking the banks, business, politicians. I should have gotten my car and driven away, but something about the kid, a sheer stubborn righteousness anger of him. Are you allowed out after midnight? Maybe I wanted to test him, to show him the brutal brutality of the world and watch the light in his eyes die away. I hope you're not a prohibited, Peter. You about to enter the hottest speakeasy in town. Welcome to the Black Cat. Ben Urich, who's this? Don't tell me you taking up babysitting. This is Peter Parker. Ignore the bruises. He got into an argument with the Ox. Peter, meet Felicia Hardy, owner of this establishment, and the only woman I ever asked to marry me. She turned me down. God knows why. Sonia, evict whoever is squatting Mr. Rich's table and get them a drink on the house. Whiskey, if you please, Sonia. Double on the rocks and soda for the kid. Make that a whiskey. Are you old enough to be drinking? Tell you what, I'll show you my birth certificate and you show me your liquor license. Kid's got a mouth on him. He's getting it from his aunt. I'll show you my birthday. How come the Goblins thugs backed off from you down there at the camp? They said off limits, the power of the press, I guess. So why did you bring me here? I like you, Peter, and your Aunt May, I don't want to see you getting hurt in the way you're going. You think she should keep her mouth shut. She believes in something I believe. Sure, you believe that there's good guys and bad guys, right and wrong. You believe if we all become a little socialist and work for the greater good, everything will be sunshine and roses. That's about it. Well, that's a haluva dream. Take a look around here, Peter, because this is reality. See the big guy wrestling with the brunette? Oh my God, that's Jimmy Strider. The mayor of the New York is here. Right, and the down with him is not his wife. To his left, Chief Detective Ryan from the Vice Squad. The creep he's smoozing is Emilio Alonco. He runs half of the brothels in New York. And then we have Adolphus Crane, industrialist. Your Uncle Ben helped organize demonstrations that closed down 3 of his sweatshops last year. And making this big interest, Norman Osborn. You wanted to know why the Goblin was coming after you. The Goblin doesn't personally give a damn about you or your aunt or anyone else. He's freelance. He works for the highest bidder. They use him because it is wouldn't look good to have the police surprising freedom of speech. Are you saying the mayor hired the Goblin to kill Uncle Ben? Alunco probably did. The deal Crane would have put up the fee. Ryan made sure the cops were looking the other way, and the mayor, he just sits back and takes a percentage. It's a tangle web, Peter. This guy Osborn, how come they all call him the Goblin? No one knows. He's a man of many mysteries, like why he chose to thaw through everyone broken down circus and carnival freak show to put his gang together. The enforcers were all carnies. Craven was in the animal trailer. The Vulture was a geek. Before the Goblin found him, he has lived in a cage biting the heads off chickens. Well, now that the cat is dragged in, you don't ever want to cross the Vulture. Good evening, Urich and Parker, isn't it? Your uncle was Ben Parker, the agitator. My commiserations and unfortunate death. I believe he was torn apart by what was it now? Wild dogs. My uncle was murdered by low-life scum. Ha! Not their tombs. Teach your friend some manners, Urich. He is your friend. Oh yes, he's my friend. Come on, Peter. I think we've overstayed our welcome. You know, the rules of Ben. You don't bring your squabbles into the Black Cat. Sorry. Thud. Sorry. Felicia, it won't happen again. Tell the kid he can come back when he grows up. What you did in there, that was the stupidest single thing I ever witnessed. Yeah, but did you see his face when the whiskey hit the monarch mohair? Damn it, you realize that? What? That the only thing keeping you alive from this moment on is me. Nothing. Come on, I'll take you home. I got the message in there, Mr. Urich. You think we can't fight them, that we can't never win, but I'm not going to close my eyes or run away from it. You want to do something? You really want to do something? He offers J. Jonah Jameson. Parker said, Urich tells me you're a good kid. Tell me you're an orphan and lost your uncle to Ben Parker. A fine man. I hear a little red around the gills for my liking, but still. So you want to join the Fourth Estate? No, I want to study. Science, right? But you can't afford the college fee, so you may do with the job here in the meantime. I suppose I should feel honored. No, sir. Did you know there is a married couple living in a cave, Central Park, because they have nowhere else to go? There's children starving in the middle of the richest nation that has ever existed in the history of the planet. There's a million sob stories out there, Parker. None of them are special until we make them special. Urich have a unique talent. He knows how to put word and pictures together. A picture, my boy, can be worth 10,000 words, and I am speaking as a man who has built a career on words. I can give them the facts and figures, but it's Ben's picture that gets them right there. I'll tell our readers what to think about the Uhalli unholy, bloody mess city is in. You go out and get pictures. Make them kid, make them weep. Look like you've been hit by a truck. Did he give you the make a weep speech? Listen, Mr. Urich, I really don't know about anything. Don't worry, I'll be taking pictures. You be tidying my gear, setting up lights, and fetching coffee. You're not a photographer yet, Peter. I watched Peter as we went looking for the broken heart of the city. The anger I had already seen in him burned fiercer with every justice he witnessed. I saw myself in him, the way I was when I still had the idealism and the arrogance of youth, when I still believed I could change the world. One night we had a tip-off from a cop, a suicide. The poor sat on money to the goblins. They threatened his family if he didn't pay up, so he took the only way out. He told his wife in his farewell letter that he was dead. They leave her alone. He had that wrong. His wife still inherits the debt. The goblin collects. Peter opened up to me after they really opened up. Did you see that guy's wife? She knew who was to blame. Everyone knows what the goblin is doing, but everyone is too scared to speak. No one sees anything, no one hears anything. One day someone has to talk. That's all it will take. Just one or two people with the guts to tell the truth, and he'll be finished. Then he told me about the night his Uncle Ben was killed. There were rope marks. They tied him. He couldn't fight back when they beat him. Then, while he was still alive, they set wild dogs on him. They tore him apart. It was old news to me. I know how he died. What I didn't know was that it was Peter who found his uncle's mutilated body. I thought I had it bad, but I never went through half the pain and loss that's been thrown into the kid's life. The truth is, Peter has every reason to become bitter and twisted and cynical. The truth is, some of us are strong. Every reason to give in and let corruption eat its soul, and some of us are terribly weak. Peter was wrong about the one thing. It wasn't dogs that tore Ben Parker to pieces. It wasn't dogs. All those years in the freak show being treated like an animal, something happened to Adrian Toombs somewhere along the line. The last of his humanity finally slipped away. Sometimes, somehow, he developed the taste for human meat. And now I don't know this. How do I know that Ben Parker's living body was cannibalized? Because God helped me. I was there. That was a great book. What do you think? Spider-Man Noir. Spider-Man Noir. Marvel comic book. Number 1 of 4. That was a good book. Peace.